So for the past few months, Dexel and Tim Mary's engagement team have been collecting input from the public on how to best redevelop these buildings behind me in a way that is appropriate for the community. Now I want to get straight to the point. Here's the designs that came out of that public input. We'll get more into that later, but my interest is with the process. How did the developer take into consideration the public's input, and how did that end up in the design? Well, we've been following the engagement sessions around this development for some time, and here's what we've found generally happens. First, there's a presentation by the architects and developer, which is followed by group discussions on what's been presented so far. Finally, everyone tries to sum up their thoughts on these post-it notes. You know, those things you use for self-reminders and painfully passive-aggressive notes? Well, here they played a pretty critical role in documenting the public's feedback. Allow me to demonstrate. After the post-it notes are filled out, every note, yes, every single note, is taken home by the team and typed up for analysis. In this case, the team entered each note into a matrix. What? No, more like this. Basically an Excel sheet with questions and responses. In some cases, the post-it note was able to influence several aspects of the building. For example, many wanted local businesses to set up shop in the building, so the architects designed the commercial spaces to be smaller and more affordable. However, in some cases, the developer reviewed or considered the feedback, but chose not to implement it and explained why. For example, some participants felt the building was too tall for the neighborhood, and the developer responded that the building height made it financially viable. The public's input was also reflected in the affordable housing and streetscape aspects of the building. All these comments led to the draft redesign for the upcoming engagement session on May 31st. There, you'll get a chance to check out and give feedback on these designs before they're proposed to the city. You know, I've been thinking the development agreement process should really work like a restaurant. You know, at a restaurant you come in and the first thing you do, you take a look at a menu like this and you place an order. And you know, you might not know exactly what it will look like. The ginger beef, I guess that was kind of what was recommended to me. But you know, the main thing is you put in an order, and you can always let them know if they got your order wrong. Now, the way that development agreement process is currently run right now, the public only gets to give their input after the developer has put in, you know, final designs and renderings to the city. And that's kind of like a restaurant putting whatever they want in front of you without you having ever placed an order. So when it comes to engagement sessions like Spring Garden West, I really do think that the public is, you know, being given a chance to place an order at the very least. And your order gets served up on Tuesday, May 31st at the Central Library. Bring an appetite.